Questioning Everything with Garrett and Adam.
There's been a lot of things being canceled. Obviously, people they've been, when you're blatantly racist or blatantly a rapist or a blatantly.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with you. And it's like I see your dollar that you just above the ante, and I'm going to raise you like 99 more.
Okay.
Because Duck Dynasty is really recent. And
I'm Googling it.
Cancel culture is
forever.
Yeah.
When did Duck Dynasty air?
Cancel culture is old. Like, if you just depends on how you define it, right? Like
March 2012, so it's almost 10 years old.
Jordan Peterson would probably
years.
spank me because the theory of cancel culture isn't that old, right?
It is not.
And so the debate about cancel culture and the term cancel culture, but that's kind of like the term conspiracy theorist, where conspiracy theorist is a fairly modern term for something that has been occurring for a long time, people theorizing about conspiracies.
Okay, maybe I just haven't been on Facebook that much in the last 10 years and more or less recently. But all I want to say before you continue is you are correct.
Yeah.
So, but what I believe, social media amplifies all of these arguments. That's the biggest problem right now, because if we're sitting in a restaurant with 5 or 6 of the people that are like, cancel Pepe Le Pew or cancel this, if we were all sitting together in a room, it wouldn't be a topic, a major debate, I don't think necessarily. I think that obviously social media, Facebook, all these, particularly Facebook, really just amplifies this argument. And it's where people can just be so shitty to each other and just say all kinds of messed up stuff. And that's sad. But cancel culture, yes, it's been around for a long time.
Well, yeah, and I don't actually believe in cancel culture, to be honest with you.
Well, what about the Dr. Seuss books being canceled was like,
that doesn't qualify. So the closest thing to cancel culture that really starts to qualify, and that starts to get a little bit squirrely, is when you hear of people not just getting deplatformed, but actually having their monetary income systems like PayPal blocking them. And when you get like, and there's a fine line where you have like hardcore Nazi people that want to publish stuff, and they get barred, and it's reasonable, it's fine, nobody really complains. But somebody who just simply has something to say that PayPal doesn't like, or Visa doesn't like, or somebody else doesn't like, and then having their platform literally entirely demonetized, like from the bank up, that's when it starts to get squirrely.
Well,
as far as like,
what's an example of who that happened to? Because like, what's
even
his name?
somebody,
the dude from Hollywood, from the Me Too.
I don't know. I heard it happened to Sargon. Sargon might be a bad example.
Who's
because
Sargon?
A lot of these people are borderline radical, or they don't. Even if they're not radical, they have a good base of radical followers, right? But the question really remains: at what point does it justify intervention from companies? At what point does a company's ideology mean that they should be, enforcing some, or creating even some community standard or something like that in order to deplatform or silence people? As far as Pepe Le Pew getting silenced, or
that's ridiculous.
Something like that
this is silly, because like here's
mostly companies making their own decisions.
So something happened with like Dr. Seuss. So they're like, everyone was like, and the problem too, like, and I'm a victim of this because I shared these memes and I shared these articles. They're clickbaity. Dr. Seuss gets canceled, racist, this, that, and the other thing, and you're like, oh, and you want to share it, but when you actually read the article, you'll find that it was only 6 books that were discontinued as being public, and
it wasn't anything to do with cancel culture.
Not necessarily. They're just going to stop publishing 6 certain books because they are a bit racist. If you look at the pages, it's kind of like, oh shit. But they didn't get rid of Dr. Seuss, or sorry, Cat in the Hat, The Grinch. Like, a lot of those are all still going. But I know you have a good point here coming up.
No.
But with the thing with Pepe Le Pew that drives me nuts is a lot of people, you post it on Facebook and everyone's like, why would you post this? You're just contributing to the distraction. There's other things happening in the world like bombings and starvation, and that is true. But I also feel that some of these things are setting a precedent for a lot of issues like that could come up.
That's part of the bait.
That's the bait. Like, cancel the Bible then, I guess. Cancel.
No, but part of the bait is that it's meant to elicit an emotional reaction in you.
And it did, and I had to get away from it. And I hope we remember that. Right? Pepe Le Pew, like, people are like, why are you clinging on to this character that's like a nostalgic blah 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 blah?
Pretty cringy.
Well, it's how cringy is it? It's a
cringy.
cat that bumps into a wall or it bumps into something. A white paint falls on it, and it becomes a skunk. And Pepe Le Pew is mistaking this cat for a skunk. So that's why he's going after it. She's repelling him because he's a skunk. He's going after her because he thinks she's a cat. So that to me just sort of cancels out the whole idea of like how inappropriate it is, I guess. It's just so stupid that we're even talking about it, but it is interesting.
I don't know. I think Pepe Le Pew is really cringy, personally.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
My friends said
they're
that
anthropomorphized animals for one, so we're not just talking about
cartoon, though, man.
Yeah, but you're trying to minimize the impact for no good reason, really. Like, I don't agree with cancel culture, but I'm not going to minimize the impact of rapey, cringy shit, right?
Yeah, and
Watch it.
Who's watching?
Like, have you not watched it recently? Watch it. You're literally talking about, like, animals in nature hold each other down and force sex if they can. They really do. Animal humans, before we were civilized, we did the same thing, and people are still,
like cavemen banging the cave woman?
Doing it today.
Dragging her into the cave?
Or caveman banging the caveman because he's close, right? And he's bigger, and a hole is a hole.
Hole's a hole.
Either way, right? It's just like the whole enforcement of your own lusts on somebody else is cringy. Pepe Le Pew is a cartoon.
Them, I guess.
He is being incredible. Like, she's doing everything she can to get out of his grip.
Yeah, but he's like, mon ami, but why can't you resist me?
Honestly, like, that's
playful. It's not like, get over here, you little cat.
It's like she needs to know the softest place under his chin to put the point of the knife before she puts it into his head, because that's what women should do to guys like that.
Well, yeah, if in real life. Okay, and here's another thing we got to remember.
Against the soft part of his under chin and push until he stops, and he'll stop. Guarantee you he'll stop.
Advertisement loading.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the podcast here, but we got a little bit of an announcement. What's going on, Adam?
Well, everybody should head on over to Patreon and the Questioning Everything Patreon page, where they can show their support by becoming a champion for only $5 per month. The Sophist tier of Patreon gives you not only access to the backstage areas of Discord and the stage area, but allows you to voice chat and text chat in those areas, so you can give us feedback on the show and join the conversation. If you just want to show your support and you don't want to join the Discord, there are a couple tiers for you, or you can join a Discord tier and simply not even use it. It's up to you.